Hello everybody, welcome to this edition of Coffee Talk with Welton. And last week, there are major announcement from Google. Last week, there was a Google Performance Summit where Google delivered quite a bit of changes, announcements that are coming up with Google's advertising platform and Google Analytics. And these are pretty much very big redesigns of both platforms and basically to meet mobile consumers' needs. But it really does go beyond mobile platform. So what I want to do is to really deconstruct what happened at the summit and let you know what are the changes that's coming ahead. First, major change, and this is a huge change. So obviously, back in March and April timeframe, you see that there are no more ads on the right-hand side. That's a huge change. But further, there are also other major changes. By eliminating the ads on the right-hand side, the ads on the top actually do have bigger pixel sizes now. So instead of 112 pixel, now there's about 600 pixel wide. So now, since there are more spaces at the top, horizontal-wise, due to that change, now Google actually wants to give you bigger text. So right now, if you see the headline, there are character limits of 25. Future-wise, now you get 2 lines of 30 characters. So that's a huge difference. And the description, the current description, you're allowed 2 lines with 35 characters each. The future ones now actually you do have one continuously consolidated description line with 80 characters. So both of these combined basically give you much bigger real estate, about 50% more room for ad text. That's a huge change. So basically, with this change, with bigger real estate from Google's test, there are about 20% more click-through rate. So definitely people do click on these bigger ads, and Google really is claiming about 20% increase in click-through rate. So what I think here is with more real estate, for example, this is a beta test. You can see the ad is the title. The headline is now 2 lines. And the description actually rolls into one continuously 80 character description line. You can see this ad is much bigger. So what I see now is with this bigger ad, you actually now have more room to write better copy of the ad. Better benefits, highlighting better features and benefits, additional keywords to put in more information about your products and services, put in better offers, better call to action. I think you really could personalize the ads now much better due to the bigger ad space. So I think this is really a huge change. This change, I really do believe that there will be even more people who will be clicking on the ads. This is still in a beta mode right now, and the beta mode will still be in effect until July 1st of 2016. Post July 1st, then this feature will now be rolled out to the public. And I think by Q4 of 2016, the old ad will be phased out and no longer an option. It will all be in this new format here. So I really do think this is a very big change. Next is ability to bid based on the device types. There are 3 different types of devices. There are desktop, mobile, and tablets. So currently, you're only allowed to adjust the desktop and the mobile only. you're not allowed to give a different bit adjustments for tablets. So now, going forward, I'm not too sure when this will be rolled out, but again, it will be sometime this year. Google now will allow you to bid separately for tablets. This, unfortunately, is nothing new though. Prior to 2014, this was true. You get to bid separately for desktop, mobile, and tablets. In 2014, Google took it away. So basically, they're just giving us control back. And this is really huge. I really do believe this. With this, you get to fine tune based on the device. So for example, if tablets are performing lousy, then you can adjust it down and put more budget towards, let's say desktop is doing better, and put more budget towards desktop. Or you could actually say, hey, tablets are performing lousy. That's totally eliminate the ads from showing up on tablets and put all of the money towards desktop and mobile. So I really do see this as another good positive change. So you get to better spend your money on performing devices. Next is something totally new though. This is new ads in Google Maps. So in the maps, there weren't ads before. So let's look at an example from a beta that Google is doing. So for example, if you pull up Google Maps from your desktop or from your mobile device, and let's say, for example, you're looking for a drugstore nearby to get some medications. So basically, once you go into Google Map and look for drugstore, then you can actually promote. It's a promoted pin on your location. So for example, there's an ad for Walgreens within Google Map. You can see over here, it's a different color of pin. And over here, you can put your promotion directly on Google Maps. And once people go into your Google My Business page, you get to see that ad again. So I think this is a pretty big change. Really, what Google wants to do is to really drive foot traffic. If you do have a showroom, for example, is to drive foot traffic to your showroom or to your physical location. Or if you have a location, it's to drive people to your location. And this is, to me, it's a pretty big advantage, especially if your competitor is not using this now. It really makes your physical location pop, and it will definitely deliver more people over to your showroom or to call you, if that's the main call to action. But you can definitely promote your business with a special offer. Again, not too sure when this will be rolled out. Most likely, same thing, will be sometime in 2016. And there are a few other changes that Google talked about, which I don't think they are super relevant to most of the business that's listening to this. One is mobile responsive display ads. So in the past, if you're doing display ads on Google's network, you have to carve out a different ad creative, different ad sizes. And there are about 20 different sizes. Obviously, there are 5 main sizes, but you could carve out 20 different sizes to be shown in Google Display Network. But now Google does have a new tool that actually will make it responsive. So that's pretty neat. You basically only have to do one size, and then Google will resize it accordingly to the ad sizes. Next is this is basically for chains, very, very large chains. And they want to track from the minute that somebody's searching for their mobile device to whether they actually come into the store and whether actually they made any purchases. So Google now, in the past, they do have this capability already, but they just make it even stronger these days. Basically, I think you got to have more than 50 or 100 locations. Then Google will be able to provide you beacons to install maybe near your door. So once people walk in the door from their mobile device, then Google knows when they were searching from maybe when they were searching from their home, and now they actually walked into the store because of the beacon, and then they can actually track whether actually that made into actual purchase. So this is that's why I'm saying it's a little bit less relevant to most of the people who are listening to this. This is mainly for large locations. But I'm pretty happy to see that Google does have this capability now. And hopefully down the road, they will be able to roll this out to smaller, just 1 or 2 location stores. Next is similar audiences and remarketing to extend your targeted ad audience. So this is pretty neat is if you are doing remarketing ads, those are the ads that are following around. Now Google does have capability to also target similar audiences. So Google now has a lot of data, right? People are using Google searches, Google, Gmail, Google Plus, all these platforms. By now, Google already knows a lot of data. So what Google could do is based on your remarketing list, it could also find similar audiences, right? So for example, if you are a window and door dealer, and based on remarketing, Google knows, hey, these are the demographics, these are the people with buying intent, and these are the people that are your ideal target. What Google could actually do is to find similar audiences. And when these similar audiences are searching on Google for Windows, what you could actually do is to increase the bids, because you know those people actually do have much higher intent. Then you could make sure you're always on position 1 or position 2. So this is pretty neat though. I would say you're only targeting based on, you know, those are the people that have high buying intent. And Google also went on and talked about, which I didn't put on these slides, are a lot of enterprises softwares for Google Analytics for major enterprises. So I'm not going to talk about that. So to me, the 3 biggest changes that are pretty relevant is much bigger ads. I love this change. Now we get to have much bigger ad spaces and really put in right compelling messages. Second change is now we get to bid separately based on which device they're using, desktop, mobile, or tablets. And we also get to put your ad on Google Maps now to drive people over to your physical location. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. And these will be very, very exciting changes for Q3 and Q4 of this year as this starts to be rolled out. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us.